Hey guys, so back with another video. So today we're gonna go doing the wiring harness. I want to get this problem out of the way because it's probably like one of the biggest things I'm scared of. I hate electrical shit. I have my buddy Frank here helping me out do all this electrical stuff. So first we're gonna number all the wires, and then once we number all the wires, we're gonna disconnect it completely from each other. And then I'm gonna drill a hole right around here by the fuse box. It's pretty good at doing it by the fuse box, but if I plan on tubbing it, I want to make sure I have as much room as possible, so when I go into welding a new plate up here, it's as thin as possible but as sturdy as possible. So I want to keep that area kind of clean. I don't exactly have it planned out how I plan on doing the tubs, but I'm gonna try to play it safe and just move all the cables away from the wheel as well. But yeah, I'm gonna drill a hole here, and then I'm gonna plan on running it behind the shock tower, and then connecting everything back. But as of now, we're just gonna number all the wires. It might not be done today, it might be a 2 or 3 day video, but as of now, we're just gonna number all the wires, and once all the wires are numbered, we're gonna start drilling, and then yeah, I'll show you guys once we get to that part. Pretty good. So a little update, pretty much got them all numbered up, almost. We gotta finish up here. The biggest thing is I want to get them all separated just so I can know how thick I have to make the hole, because I don't want to make a big ass hole in there. But it's almost done. Probably gonna be a 2-day thing. I'll probably just post it all in one video, but yeah, almost done with that. And then once we get to cutting, I'll bring you guys back. All right, sweet. So now we got it numbered. Now we're gonna drill the hole. I'm gonna do 2 inches. You don't have to do 2 inches. It's gonna drill by half, and honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna just shoot for not hitting any of the fuse boxes. That guy's empty, so I'm just gonna go straight to the middle in between that, right about there. It's hard to see. Lights off. Let me see if I get a light real quick. Right here. So there's nothing in there. I'm just gonna drill straight through here, and then make it all the way across. So I got nothing in there. I got nothing to really worry about. So I'm gonna drill here, and then I'm gonna slide it here for the cables, and then once I get it all cut off, I'm gonna cut it around here so it's just like a smooth passage all the way through, and then up, and then around, and then up and over. So yeah, I'm gonna make the hole. Probably not gonna do cutting these cables today, but I'll probably be doing in the next, probably tomorrow or the day after. But yeah, I'm gonna just drill the hole, show you guys once the hole's drilled, and yeah. Yeah, it's gonna go now. Ready?
Yeah.
Never done this shit before. Actually, I have on the BMW E36. Get as fuck. This shit hard. We're going the wrong way, bro. No, we're not.
No.
It's going.
It's gonna be hot.
We said I don't eat food. It'll cool off. Keep that shit.
Look at it.
Good thing that I look stop right there, cause you know what I'm saying. It's gonna go in there. Let's pop it out real quick, because that can get filed down. That doesn't matter. See? Little glory hole.
There you finger there.
Now I gotta break it off. Oh, here's put the flash in my face. Let me find a little hole. Ooh. It's right there, dude. Hold on.
I'll clear your finger there.
Because I want it to go. I might have to open the fuse box.
Oh, shit.
Is this over here? Let me see. through. Maybe, because what if we switch over to the other bit? Alright, sweet. So we did have the black bit. We're gonna go to a shorter bit. This one's not really good at cutting metal, but since we already made the hole, all that matters is that, of course, the hole saw. But yeah, let's finish up. Should be the last part of it. Like I saw earlier, I almost went through all of it, but. Some debated 40, por favor. Stop that. We don't want a little fire hazard, you know. A little hole back here. It's pretty much off. Just like that, bada bing, bada boom. Holes are made, bro. And no fuse box was destroyed, but we still gotta clear that. All right, so it's been a couple days. Today, I'm gonna go ahead and cut all the wires and start getting ready to route it up there. I just painted that guy off so it doesn't cause any rust. But yeah, I'm gonna cut all the wires, start routing them this way, and connect all those guys back over there, and see what exactly what the legs looks like, and figure out where I have to cut so it lays nicer when I go in through the support. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut those guys off and then figure out where it likes to sit best. I also want to see about pushing this guy in a little bit more so the wheel doesn't rub against it. So I'm just trying to force that guy in a little bit, and then seeing about where I have to make my markings, my cuts on here. All right, so it took me a little while, but I got most of this stuff organized. I'm working on this one. I'm just gonna finish making like a little seal around this so my wires don't get cut. I'm gonna do one for that one. I'm gonna start putting wires into there and start mocking it up so I can get ready to cut these guys. It shouldn't be much longer. It just takes a while to organize all these cables and then organize all those. Those shouldn't take me that long because they're shorter. These are way longer. That's why I need to trim these because I don't need all that there. So yeah, it's going pretty good. I started putting some of the wires in there so I can kind of see where the wiring harness has to go. I made 2 little marks. It's hard to kind of tell, but I'm about to cut this little flange out right here and then just cut it all the way back. And then up here, I think I'm gonna cut from probably like from here to here. So just kind of can keep the angle back. This is where I originally had the wiring harness set up all the way around on top, but just do this the first time and you won't have to do this shit what I'm doing unless you guys plan on tubbing your stuff and going crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna just cut from here to here, smooth it out, paint it, and then do it up here as well. So I'm gonna make those 2 cuts, and then I'll show you guys when that's done. We got both of them cut. We're just waiting for them to dry. Start putting the wiring harness back. The way I cut it, I just did a little slit here. I bent it back, put my angle grinder right on top, slid it, and I slid it from the bottom. Same thing for the top one. Just slid the top half, slid the bottom half, and I just pulled it and yanked it out. I had to like mess with it a little bit, but we're just watching the paint dry, and then we'll put the wires back in, and then yeah, it's coming along nice. Just gotta make sure you paint it. I don't want rust and any of that stuff. I painted these old ones just so, because they were bare metal, because I was like, why not? I'm not gonna use them anymore. I don't want rust to build up just because if I drive in the rain, but it won't ever be driven in the rain. But yep. All right, so this is what we kind of got going so far. I got them all through here. I kind of cleaned this up a little bit, made it closer to the wall so make sure I don't hit that. It looks like it's a lot of tension, but there's actually not. It's still, you can play with it and stuff. I try to make sure there wasn't a lot of tension. I just have to finish moving these guys over to here behind this. I just got to tape all this stuff up. I just have this one's got cut really short when I first had done it, so I got to fix that up. But that's kind of how that's looking at. That's all ran through. Looks pretty good right now. I'm gonna run tape all around it across over it again, especially like in these areas with like close to this kind of stuff. Now as of now, I'm gonna plug all this stuff in, see how much excess cable I have. Sorry, it's getting pretty dark. It just takes me a little while because I get distracted pretty easily. I start watching TikToks and take a little TikTok break. Nothing wrong with a little TikTok break, but here's kind of what everything looks like. It's going little by little. But yeah, I'm gonna plug all this stuff in and see what kind of. I noticed that there's a lot of wires that weren't plugged in, which I like. There's a bunch of wires that are just excess, Well, they're not excess. They're important. But that's kind of where we're at so far. So I'm going to plug all that stuff in right now. And then see all the excess wires I have. And then hopefully, not today, most likely tomorrow, I'll start snipping these guys up to get ready to connect them over there. And then I'm going to post a video of this part. Of not the snipping. Once I get to the snipping, I'll have this fender off, and then probably tomorrow I'm probably going to start doing all that stuff, and then also have this fender off because it's a kind of two-person job. Taking off the doors is stupid. You have to take off the fender, you have to remove the door, which is really dumb, but it's kind of what we got. It's what I have to do. So I had to ask someone else for some help because the car's in the air. It's really hard to hold it up here, put it down there, and disconnect some of the wires that are in the door. So I'll just ask someone for help, but it's looking pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, I should clear everything perfectly fine with my wheels. But yeah, I'm gonna try to pull that out soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start plugging this guy in, and then I'll show you guys all the excess cables that I had. I literally just pulled this off another BMW. I went to pick and pull. I just took as much as possible because I was like, I don't know how short I might actually end up going, but I only really need like up to there. But yeah. For this video, got most of it plugged in. It doesn't like to bend this way, so I might just route it through the original way and then have the excess wires go through the inside and then plug in over here. I think that way is going to be best because it does not like to bend any other way. I still got to figure out where some of these cables go. I kind of forgot, but other than that, that's it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching, and then stay tuned for the next one where I actually wire all this stuff up and I'll get started on the other side. Thank you guys for watching.